like a little bitty spot. I ain't coming down, no, never, I'm not. High on a mountain top, high on a mountain top.
Welcome everyone to this very special holiday edition of Voices from the First Frontier. Everyone has been asking, when are we going to have our friends at Railroad City Brewing on our Voices series? Well, we thought it was best to make this stop part of our holidays, since so many of us gather together to share some good beverages and cheer this time of year. We are here now at Railroad City Brewing, located on 11th Avenue in Altoona, one of our primary mountain main streets. We are joined with the founders, Matt, our founder here at Railroad City, and his team, Steve, and there's a third party to all of this, Trey, and he's not here, so loser, right? So we'll have to catch up with Trey later. Railroad City opened in the spring of 2016 and has firmly established itself as a go-to place in Blair County and developed a dedicated following, including all of us at ABCD, who were here and frequent the establishment and enjoy the beer. So first of all, thanks guys for being here and doing this today. We have a lot to get to. But first, I really do want to ask Matt, how did you get started in the craft beer business?
Several years ago, I guess basically just homebrewed as a hobby for a few years. And then we opened the first brewery, which was on Valley View Boulevard. I think that would have been like the end of 2013. We were there for at the time it was just myself, but about a year or so. And then we had the opportunity to relocate to where we're at now.
And that's why my next question was really, thinking about downtown, you guys were really one of the first operations that sort of experienced this resurgence at least on the private sector, with the redevelopment of this building and everything, and it's been great. So how did downtown sort of get onto your radar screen?
Originally, before I had opened the old brewery, I met Bill Sell from next door from Bold. He had just opened down here, I think the year before or several months before, and I really liked the neighborhood. I always had the feeling it was going to come back together like this, but at the time when we opened the original brewery, I wasn't in a position where we could do something like this, so it was like, I had always wanted to be down here. I mean, we looked at, I think, 2 different buildings down here at the time, but they were just, for the scale we were at that time, there was no way I could actually make it happen at that time. So we just kind of hung in there until something came up, and here we are.
And we're glad you are. And since then, I know the Clay Cup opened up, not long after you guys opened up, and Sarah's been great. And you also did a partnership at one point. So she did some coffee, you did a stout. I had it. It was delicious. How did that all come about?
Generally, was it a stout or a porter? I can't even remember.
Pretty possible.
We wanted to do, obviously, because they had just opened maybe like a month before. Her and her husband and always come in here and hang out. We buy coffee down there all the time, obviously, and we honestly just really liked what they were doing. So what she ended up doing was cold brewing a bunch of coffee, and then we blended that in with a porter during fermentation.
Awesome.
Yeah, so.
Delicious.
Yeah.
Delicious. Again, one of the things that Sarah's place does, it's a real authentic coffee shop, and you guys have done a real authentic, craft brewery. Part of the craft brew industry is the experience of being in a place, and this place really captures our history, both sort of the forward thinking and an appreciation for our history. And it's a great renovation. I mean, have you heard good things?
Everyone really loves the building. I was blown away with Pensy Properties and Sean that did most of the remodel for us. It really exceeded what I expected it to be. Initially, I think generally people, it's relaxed and casual and comfortable.
Being a craft beer lover myself, and having a lot of friends that do this, I mean, one of the other aspects of this whole business are the people behind the bar.
Right.
Sure.
We've got Steve here, who stepped up today to be a part of Voices, and of course you also have Trey, who's a staple behind the bar. And how did you guys all meet?
Steve and I actually met when we were, I guess, in grade school.
A long time ago.
But we'll go for extended periods of time without talking to each other. Just that's the only way you can maintain a friendship with somebody for that long. So funny thing though.
And he's tough to be around. I mean,
right. It's
curmudgeon.
Definitely. And so what I think the day we opened here, I had to run and get something, and I was driving back to here, and I passed him and waved and stopped and talked to him and like, come with me, 'cause we need help. So, and then that year and a half later,
Right,
still
here we
here.
are.
And then Trey, he was bartending at a bar in Juniata. We met him when he bartended there.
The personalities and the people, I mean, that's what makes it, that's what adds to the experience, and definitely the, the beer and the flavors that you're all putting on. Let's talk about the beer for a second. That's what keeps people coming back. You can put a good place together, but these places, a lot of them have not succeeded if you don't make good beer. Obviously, you're making good beer. And so tell us about the flavors and sort of how you change things up. What's that experience like?
Generally, we try to have a few of them that, I guess, for the lack of a better word, they're more commonly available like year-round. That would be like amber ale and blonde ale and like to some degree like
Staples.
Stout or porter. We have a gingerbread beer right now. I've been brewing that since the original brewery. What we're into now and what I think keeps people coming back, like what you're drinking, is a newer style of beer that's popular right now. It's called what we call a New England style IPA. This is just a real traditional American pale ale. And then we have obviously something like that, which is very modern. So it's kind of having a blend of that, traditional and new.
Right. So, this place has not only been, is a place now where you can come in and eat and drink, but you've got entertainment too. You've got folks that are coming in. You've got some open mic nights where folks are coming in just entertaining, which is also part of the culture here. That's going well. That's bringing people in.
Right. Yeah, we do open mic night with our friend Brew Moyer on Thursday nights. And then generally every Friday evening we have a local, always acoustic acts, but, so people seems to be really well received for the most part,
Gives it a great vibe. Great vibe for the space. The acoustics are cool, and all that. Well, I'll tell you, we really are glad that you guys are here and invested in making all of this happen here, and we will continue to be a part of this. For this special holiday edition, what we thought we would do is a little bit of a quiz show, and this is are you from Blair County? And you both are from Blair County. You're born and raised in Blair County. So is Trey. Let's put a picture of Trey up there. That's the guy who's not here. All from Blair County, but we're not sure of that. So this is a good way to prove if you are. So here's what we're going to do. I'm going to hold up two products, and you are going to say which one you like more. Okay, that's the rules of the game. Okay, you ready? All right, the first one. Which one do you like more? Snyder's of Hanover or Benzel's Pretzels?
The Benzel's, buddy.
Benzel's?
Absolutely.
You are correct. Mallow Cup or Reese's?
Well, we did brew a beer out of Mallow Cups at one point in time.
did.
So we're going to go with the Mallow Cup.
Mallow Cup. Ragu or Del Grosso spaghetti sauce?
The classics are classics for a reason.
Absolutely. I don't think there's any choice with
Absolutely not.
that. I think we all do these runs at 3 a.m. in the morning when we need to. Sheets or Wawa?
What's Wawa?
Exactly.
You don't want to do that.
There you go.
Don't do that to yourself.
Sheets, of course it is. Yingling Lager, which is a Pennsylvania lager, and we're fine with that, or Downeaster IPA made by Railroad City Brewing Company.
Not that there's anything wrong with Yingling.
No, there's nothing wrong with
But
Yeah,
we're going to go with the
would-
cloudy juice there.
I would say that's a good choice. Well, hey, thank you, Matt. Thank you, Steve. Thank you, Trey,
Thank you.
for doing what you do, Trey. For being here today and having us here and hosting us here for Voices from the First Frontier. Where do they find you guys? Because I know you're on Facebook. You've got a
We're
website.
actually on like every social media. The easiest way, all of them are linked to our website, which is just railroadcitybrewing.com. You can also follow us on Untapped, and it will update you every time we change beers or put a new beer on.
Excellent. That's good to know. As always, if you have someone that we should have on Voices of the First Frontier and you want to make a recommendation, let us know by visiting our website at yourfirstfrontier.org or click on the contact page there. You can follow us on Facebook at First Frontier Blair County. Here's something special. Before we go, we all know, right? Santa loves cookies and milk on Christmas morning. But we've also heard that in between that, all the other days, he may take a break and come in for a beverage and a pretzel here at Railroad City. I mean, it's crazy to hear, but I've heard that is. So just in case, all right, we're going to leave a special treat over Matt's shoulder here, right on the corner of the bar. We're leaving a special treat for the big guy because we all want to be on the nice list. That's our objective every year, even though I know you fall short. You fall short.
Way short.
So there we go. We're leaving a nice beverage and pretzel for Santa, just in case he decides to walk on through here. Thank you all again for tuning in to this edition of Voices from the First Frontier and all of our editions we've had in our kickoff year here in 2017. There'll be more coming your way in 2018. So everyone from the Altoona Blair County Development Corporation, we wish you all a Merry Christmas, a Happy New Year, and keep tuning in. And traditionally, we all say cheers.
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 All right. Merry Christmas.